Hi, this is your coach from a fitness website. And today we're going to talk about how to train if you have a specific goal in mind. So running a marathon, building muscle, or getting toned are all very different goals and require different training methodologies and different approaches. So let's break it down into each of these three categories. So if your goal is to run a marathon, then you want to start training with the specific energy system that's required to run a marathon. So this would be your aerobic system. So you can start doing things like interval training where you do 1 minute on and then 1 minute off. And you want to build up over time to about 20 minutes on and 20 minutes off. So that's one approach. You could also just do steady state cardio where you just run at a conversational pace for 60 minutes. Again, you would want to build up over time from 60 minutes to about 90 minutes. So when we're training for a marathon, we're really looking at increasing the amount of time that you can sustain this aerobic effort. We do want to train in the anaerobic system because that's not going to help us sustain this marathon pace. So we stick strictly to the aerobic system, and we use things like heart rate zones or pace to make sure that we retraining the right energy system. If your goal is to build muscle, then we're going to switch over to training in the anaerobic system. So we use heavy weight for 3 to 5 sets of 6 to 10 reps. And we take 2 to 3 minutes between each set. Why? Because we want to build muscle. We want to increase the strength, power, and explosiveness. So we're going to need a lot of recovery time between sets. We're also going to focus on progressively overloading the muscle by increasing the weight load over time. So, again, 3 to 5 sets of 6 to 10 reps with 2 to 3 minutes rest. Focusing on progressively increasing the weight load over time. This is going to maximize the amount of muscle that we build. And lastly, if your goal is to get toned, well, this is really just body recomposition. So we're going to combine both aerobic and anaerobic training. We'll use things like Tabata protocols, where we do 20 seconds of anaerobic work, followed by 10 seconds of rest, and we repeat that 8 times for a total of 4 minutes. And then we will follow that up with some sort of aerobic conditioning at a very low intensity so we can recover from that Tabata protocol. So, an example might be 400 meters, followed by 4 minutes of jogging, and we'll do that for a total of 20 minutes. And again, we're combining aerobic and anaerobic to maximize fat loss, while also maintaining as much muscle as possible. So there are many different ways to build muscle and many different ways to get fit. But there is only one way to train for a marathon, and that's by doing long-distance steady-state cardio or interval training. So you have to pick your goal, and then you have to pick the training methodology that aligns with your goal. Lastly, regardless of what your goal is, you should always include some sort of mobility work and skill work. So, for marathon runners, this might be things like yoga or Pilates to improve your flexibility and reduce your risk of injury. For people who are building muscle, this could be things like mobility drills to increase the range of motion around your joints. And for people who are trying to get toned, this could be things like gymnastics or dance to improve your body control and composition. So always include some sort of mobility and skill work along with your training. Lastly, make sure you're recovering properly by getting enough sleep, eating a clean diet, and managing your stress levels. All of these factors are going to play a role in how quickly you reach your goals. So, make sure you're doing everything you can to optimize your training and your recovery. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up.